Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We're going to dive in together, see what's going on for you guys for the week ahead with my angels. So I'm ready to dive in. I actually had a message coming up for you guys. I did do some channeled messages for everybody, and your one is all about recognition, victory, and abundance coming up for you guys, especially when it comes down to stability and success, which is very general, I know, but what came out actually during the pre-shuffle was the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, which is again about gaining attention, being successful, being recognized for your hard work, overcoming battles in your life, and finally getting that stability, right? Really nurturing what it is you guys have been working on, which I think is an amazing message, right? So this week is going to feel quite successful for you. It's going to feel quite stable for you. And maybe you are going to start to see some results coming into your life, which is amazing. Now, I did pre-pull some cards out too, but just a little note that my top camera is not working. My whole system is not working actually, so hopefully if you're seeing this video then I got it to work, but it's been on and off all week and I'm really scared that I'm wasting my time in a reading. But if you're seeing this, then this is amazing because today's reading has been really good, so I feel like spirit's in the room. But anyway, for you guys, what are the messages coming up? So not only do you have the success, stability, all that good stuff, you also have the by the book card. So this is a really good time to become more knowledgeable in what it is that you guys are doing, right? When I hear by the book, I just think of books, textbooks. Doing what works is ultimately what the message is in this card, though. It's about abiding by the rules sometimes. And if something works, then why try to reinvent something that's not broken, right? It's just that energy. It is also, so how I usually talk about this card is this is a really good time to find someone who inspires you and see how they got where they are of what your goal is, and to start follow their footprints, right? This is an awesome time to find your community, even if it's online, right? People who inspire you, people who lead you, people who guide you, right? People who teach you in some way. This is a really good time to make sure that you're surrounded by really good people. Finding a teacher online, right? Or anywhere, right? Just finding someone who can lead you. Because I always see that you are the baby elephant here in this card, so it's a good time to be guided and led. But this card also speaks about just laws in general, right? Maybe it's about law of manifestation. I almost feel like this is a time to not prance about. This is a time to get clear and do the work, basically, which is interesting because the next card that comes out is a goal-oriented person. So this is again about you. I feel like it's about you. So maybe you're feeling again more productive during this time, like you want to be more productive. Maybe you again do want to start focusing on goals that you want in your life, whatever they may be. Maybe you want to attract a partner, whatever it may be for you. Going by the book is important because whether that be, again, universal and spiritual, maybe it's law of manifestation, or what do you call it, law of assumption, or whatever it is, like it's already here, right? It's just that energy of in your day-to-day, spirit really wants you to get clear about your steps that you're taking and making sure that they are going by the rules, right? Let's say you want to pass an exam. Going by the book would be that you need to study in order to pass an exam. It's not just going to happen, right? It's just like there is a specific way that works that spirit wants you to dedicate yourself to during this time, right? So a really good time to think about what energy you're putting into things. And I'm tasting like a hazelnut. I think it's reminding me of like Nutella because it's like chocolate and hazelnut. I don't know why it's like I can smell that and taste that, or just chocolate with nuts. Anyways, random. Let's see what's going on for you guys. I really wish I could show you, but my top camera seems to throw off the system, so I still need to sort that out. But anyway, let's see. What is the overall energy of the week for Gemini? All right, Two of Cups. So definitely is something to do with other people, and the Seven of Pentacles. So such Capricorn energy, which makes sense with by the book, right? It is just this energy that you just need to do what works, right? It is again about work. It is about hard work in general, whatever it is that you're desiring, because Capricorn energy is a bit like that responsibility, needing to really show up for something, right? So Seven of Pentacles comes in when we are feeling a little bit tired, right? You've been working super hard in some things, and maybe you're thinking about, whether it be relationship, because Two of Cups came out, you are thinking or needing to start to think, how can I make this better? Because you can probably tell that things are not at the Ten of Pentacles, right? Things are not super stable. Maybe your finances are not super the way that you want it to, right? There's still room for growth in whatever this is. And the Seven of Pentacles is really about looking at it and assessing it, maybe needing to take a little bit of a step away, so you can come back at it with fresh eyes. But I think that you need a different way how can I'm talking around the subject because I don't know how to get into the maze, right? I'm trying to get into the middle part of what Spirit's trying to say. What you've been doing has worked until now. Now you need almost something different to get what you feel is missing. And I feel like this week is you figuring that out for yourself. What is the missing puzzle piece? What do I need to do differently to bring a different result? Because I'm almost seeing with the Seven of Pentacles, I always see like you reached a peak and now things are kind of staying at a peak, right? You've been really dedicating work and time and energy into something, but it just doesn't seem to grow beyond something. And maybe it's starting to slowly go down, your energy levels or your resources, whatever your goal is. A lot of you, it will be career and finances and stability, something you're working on. It just feels a little bit like it's just reached its peak. So you need to do something differently. I always look at this card as like a tree or a plant that you're trying to plant, right? And it just feels a little bit like maybe it needs a fertilizer, right? Maybe you just need a different tactic, a boost. I'm gonna clarify. Right, now you have the Two of Cups. So for some of you, I will say in terms of relationships, this could really be about how you can connect deeper in a relationship is what's coming up here for you guys. Or again, maybe it's a good time to collaborate with someone. Maybe it's a really good time to get opinions, right? Two of Cups can be heart to heart. It could be conversations with people who are on a similar level to you, right? People who care about you and you care about them, right? It could be a really good time to collaborate and work with others at this time to get your goals, to get progress, to gain more stability in your life, right? Let's see. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here for Gemini? The Tower. So what just tried to come out, and I don't think you can see it from here, but Three of Pentacles and then the Page of Pentacles, which is Three of Pentacles would be the missing puzzle piece. The Page of Pentacles would be by the book, about learning. So it kind of feels a little bit like that's what's missing. Now the Tower card can be a sudden event or epiphany coming up for you again. Something that might feel a bit destructive in a moment. Let's see. Seven of Pentacles and the Tower. Let me just pull the cards out before I start talking. I think sometimes that's what helps me. So let's just be. Why is the Seven of Pentacles the energy of the week for Gemini? Interesting. And I want to, okay. And what is the Two of Cups doing here for that? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to speak a little bit about love. So you can skip ahead if it doesn't make sense for you right now in your life or to do with people. I just want to see why exactly is this here. The Tower card, Two of Cups. So some of you, this could be a little bit of arguments in a commitment with someone. Again, it could be platonic, it could be relationship, whatever it is. Ultimately, the goal is for stability here, for long-term stability. And thinking about the future in this dynamic, right? Where are things going? Seven of Swords came out when I was speaking about the Tower and the Eight of Pentacles reversed, which again would be that something's not growing, right? To get to the Seven of Pentacles, well, to grow from the Seven of Pentacles, we need to get to the Eight, which is about putting the work into something. So I'm going to say some of you guys might be self-sabotaging here by running away from, again, what works, right? There is traditional ways that will work during this week. And if you feel like I'm going to go and create my own, right? I'm not going to do that. That sucks. I'm going to do something different. I don't know exactly what your mindset is around it, or if it's even to do with you. It could be someone else around you. But it just feels a little bit like there is a certain way to grow in whatever this goal is, but you might be just beating around the bush, which is interesting because that's what I was doing. And then I was showing that there was a maze here. That's so interesting because it makes sense with what I'm seeing for you guys now. The Seven of Swords is more sneakiness. It is about avoidance as well, as how I read it too. Especially when the Eight of Pentacles is reversed, that some of you guys might be avoiding to do the work, or someone is. It doesn't have to be you. Right, because sometimes it's like having to, the Seven of Pentacles, again, like I said, something does need to change a bit, or something needs more effort, right? And you've already been putting a lot of effort, but something needs something different. And it might take some time if it's a goal, right? For example, it just feels like we're running away from extra work or overtime or whatever it may be. Could even be your habits and routines, right? Like we're saying, if you want to grow in terms of finances, right? Maybe you know that you need to, start saving your money a bit better, or whatever it is, put money aside. And it's like, okay, this month, maybe I'll do it next month. I'm not going to do it this month. That kind of thing where it's like, I know I should put extra effort into it, but no, I'm not right now. So that's why I'm saying the Seven of Swords feels like avoidance to me. If I'm just going to relate it to the maze, because you guys know I just work with visuals, and I don't know why I feel like I need to say this to you, because I feel like I've already spoke about it. Oh, it's interesting. Because I was thinking about the maze, but then they showed me this kind of dartboard. And I feel like you're missing the mark. Or maybe you don't have like a solid enough goal, but I think you do. Or maybe it's not specific enough. I wanted to say a name, but I'm not familiar with the name, but I was hearing like Rahaya or something. I don't know if that rhymes with anything or that means anything to someone. A goal-oriented person. So what I was going to say with the maze is that there's almost like you've tried all the other ways, and there's like one specific way that's left to go to the goal, but for some reason you're like, no, I'm not going down that way though, that's so obvious. Or I don't know what your mindset is, but it's like, nah, I'm gonna try something else. Some of you might be afraid of success, right? Maybe you're afraid of sometimes this is nervous system stuff, right? Sometimes you're not comfortable with peace and familiar, you're not familiar with it, with calm, or with things working for you. Maybe we got a little bit addicted to chaos, or maybe we got a little bit addicted to things not working out for you. So it's safer to, to almost fail, or to stay in this energy of like, I don't know what it is for you. So it could really just be that you need to start working on your confident, what's stopping you from going down that path that works, or doing that thing that works. You need to find out what that resistance is within you. Because I almost want to say, whether figure it out for you, but your journey is your own, and there's so many people who might relate to this in different ways. So I'm going to leave that for you, that imagery, to just, what if what it is that you want is just around the corner, and that deep down, but what's stopping you from going after it? What makes you think that going somewhere else down another path you've already been down is going to work? Do something you've never done before this week, and do something that typically will work. Star card being here is of course about your dreams and goals. It's also a card of healing. So I feel like that's what's needed for you guys this week. Okay. Now, clarifying the Two of Cups, I pulled out the Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords, which again is a little bit about triggered energies when it comes down to the heart space. Okay. I'm going to dive a bit deeper into what that might be for you, but that could be a really good time for a conversation with someone this week to kind of clear things off our chest. Page of Swords. The Four of Pentacles is some stubbornness, someone holding back or holding on to resentment or whatever it be. Stubbornness, not budging. Queen of Cups could be a Cancer sign, Pisces, Scorpio. Queen of Cups, please. Why is this here? The Knight of Swords, and the King of Swords. King of Cups. So this is showing me a relationship where there's a little bit of hostilities coming through. I don't know which side you're on, but I'm just going to speak generally then. Someone is annoyed. Page of Swords, someone's a bit triggered. And I feel a little bit like sometimes this person can come across argumentative or a little bit direct. The Knight of Swords again is a bit like that. And I just feel like with open conversation, with opening up a little bit, instead of thinking about who's right and who's wrong, really hearing each other out could really be very beneficial for a dynamic. I shuffled that and it came back out. So I think that's important. Okay. Whatever it is, I think you guys need to study, look for information, and go and do what it's telling you to do, right? If it's telling you, I don't know, I'm just going to bring more example. Or what's the challenge coming up for Gemini? Three of Wands, patience, but also you guys are waiting around. I see that too. The Seven of Pentacles is almost like looking at it, looking at something in your life, knowing that you want it to be better, and that, maybe you're not happy with where it is right now, but it's like, I don't know, you're waiting for something. Let's see. What is it that you're waiting for? Your challenge again could be delays, right? Still dealing with Mercury retrograde at this moment. It is finishing out, but then we have the post shadow, right? And all that stuff. So why is the Three of Wands a challenge? Four of Wands. Progression. We are seeing progression, but why is this a challenge? What's the challenge with this card? Page of Wands. Ace of Wands. Two of Cups showing up here, and again, need for compromise, okay, and teamwork, because someone thinks someone else is being a bit selfish, or someone's worried while the other one, I think, is happy. So it's about getting on the same page. The Hierophant being here reversed with the page Three of Wands, sorry, can be a lack of commitment. So very similar to what we've been saying here. This is also about traditions too. Page of Wands, Ace of Wands is great for ideas. But I feel like, as we've been saying throughout this whole thing, there's a traditional way that works. There's a very obvious way that's going to work with a project, an idea, with a relationship, with a goal in your life, a milestone that you want to achieve, whatever it be. I just think that you're creating all these different pathways around it that just don't really lead anywhere. That's what I'm seeing. If you want, I feel almost like the energy is a bit scattered. It's not fully grounded. Okay, what's the advice with Gemini? Six of Pentacles, habits, routines. Your choices are so important. Choosing balance, right? It's not typically the message I get with this card, but it's what I do hear sometimes with this card, whether this be, what can I say? I think, so if this is habits and routines, because your advice this week really is about your habits and routines and making sure that they're balanced. Some days we might not want to put the work into something, right? But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't. It just feels like you just don't feel like it. So some of you might be struggling again with your emotions compared to stability, for example, like what you need to do versus what you want to do that day. So again, if it's to do with routines and habits, which anyway, Spirit wants you to dive a bit deeper into that, making sure that your days are working for you, right? Make sure that your days are doing something for you in your life and they're not just flying by, right? Making sure that they're intentional, whatever that is for you. Maybe you want to work out more, maybe you want to study more, maybe you want to learn something new, maybe you want to grow in whatever area of your life, right? So it's make sure that you're dedicating something during the day to that. What I say with this again is like there might be a voice in your head that says, I don't want to do it today. You know, I don't really feel like it, and we'll try to convince you of all the ways why you shouldn't do it yet. Whereas there's another voice that says, but I should do it. Listen to that voice, please, because it's there for a reason. We're not always going to feel motivated. We're not always going to feel inspired, but we still need to show up. And again, a lot of your reading is that kind of Capricorn energy of hardcore. Have to do it to reach a goal, right? It's for you to reach a goal. Then you can have fun and you can go celebrate, you can go and do things, but this is kind of calling for discipline this week. And again, balance. So this also can really resonate for relationships too, because Spirit's wanting a compromise here, right? Spirit is wanting you to bring more balance into dynamics. Maybe it's again a really good time to look at who you're spending time around. Is it serving you? What can you give more in relationships? Or maybe it's time to take more, right? Because sometimes I just feel like this is ultimate balance in your life is necessary. Maybe there's not an equal give and take in relationships or in partnerships in your life. So it's a good time to start weighing that up and making sure it's balanced. Again, what you're choosing in your life needs to be balanced there. What you're spending your time and energy doing needs to be balanced there. So all of this is coming under that Six of Pentacles as your advice. Now, as advice as well, again, it is a good time for you guys specifically to give a bit more during this week. Even if it's to yourself and to your dreams and to your goals. Six of Pentacles, why is this the advice? Guess what just came up? The Hierophant, so again, commitment, so balance in commitment, and also what you're committing yourself to is needed. Maybe you need more, maybe you need a little bit less, but what's important about this energy and so amazing that the Knight of Wands came up, this is the frivolous card. This is the card that wants to have fun and wants to be adventurous, wants to be, you know, a free spirit, whilst at the same time you want to work towards stability. It kind of clashes a little bit. However, they don't need to. You just need balance here. You need to know when one voice is getting it too loud, right? Let's say you want to party on a weekend, go ahead, party on the weekend, right? But as long as you spend the week doing things that you need to do for your goals, that's fine too, right? A relationship might need more fun just as much as it needs more commitment, right? It just needs just this more energy, more passion, more oomph. You can bring more oomph to your decision, like to your commitments during this week, and to your relationships, and to your belief systems. Nothing doesn't have to be boring, basically, is what I want to say. You can bring a little edge to it, but just make sure that they're balanced. Okay, my angels, that's really what your advice is this week. I hope it's made some sense to you. If it did, let me know in the comment section below. I don't know what emoji you guys should put, but maybe put a lion, because this little lion's been staring at me in the message. If you reach the end of the video, make sure you put a lion in the comment section below. It lets me know that you guys have been watching till the end. So I'm very happy that it resonated with you. So thank you for being here. But again, if you want to, make sure you like the video and also subscribe if you've not already. But aside from all that, I'll see you guys in the next one.